the angelic measuring rod. He brought me into the chamber of measures, and to a tall wooden cabinet attached to the wall in front of which we both stood. It had to be at least 8 feet high. "Open it," said the teacher. So I did. Inside the cabinet, leaning against its back wall, were several rod-like objects almost as tall as the cabinet itself. At the bottom of the cabinet were cords and ropes of various lengths. "Measuring rods," he said, "and measuring lines. They were used as rulers and tape measures are used today." He removed one of them and gave it to me to hold. "But they weren't only used by men," he said. "They were used by angels. The prophets Ezekiel and Zechariah each saw an angel holding a measuring rod or a line in his hand. In each case, the angel with the measuring vessel was a sign concerning God's future prophetic purposes, namely, the rebuilding of Jerusalem and the temple. But God's prophetic purposes not only require building materials, but events in human history. For Jerusalem to be rebuilt, human events had to conform to the measurements of the angels. And in modern times, I said, Israel was restored again, according to the Bible prophecy. "Yes," said the teacher. "And in order for those prophecies to come true, world history and lives and actions of individuals around the world had to all work together, acting, reenacting, reacting, interacting upon one another at the exact place and time for the plans of God and the measurements of angels to be fulfilled. You see, there exists a plan, a precise measurement, not only of construction of the temple, but for human history and your life. And even a world that wars against his purpose will, in the end, conform to the angelic measurements. He will use all things of this world and of its history, the good, the bad, the godly, the ungodly, to bring about the fulfillment of his purpose. So whenever things appear out of control, you're tempted to fear, be at peace. Just remember this rod. It's a sign to you that in the end, every evil will be overcome, every purpose of God will be fulfilled, the good will prevail, and the history of this world and our lives will conform to the plans of heaven, to the precise dimensions set forth by the angelic measuring rod. The mission: take the word of God today and follow its exact measurements and specifications. You will walk in the exact dimension of God's will for your life. Isaiah 46:10-13, Jeremiah 21:11, Ezekiel 41:5, and Revelation 11:1 and 21:15. Thank you.